Okay, good morning, kids. Today we're going to go over a little bit of what we finished yesterday. Uh, just doing a little bit more of Inverted Cow learns the beast. Um, we managed to build a second coke oven, and I had a little unwelcome discovery yesterday when building these coke ovens. As you can see, I put a hopper on the top of a barrel feeding coal into the two ovens. And then I have hoppers collecting out. I've got a pump in the back that pumps out the creosote, which I'm using for fuel for biofuel engines. So everything's getting reused except for this coal coke stuff that's down here at the bottom. And I've got a chest here just in case I get anything odd fall through the system, like I got some stuff that fell in when I was building it. If you are using hoppers with one of these ovens, do not put the hopper or put this brick in until the oven is complete. Because what happened was that barrel had almost 10 or even 20 stacks of coal in it when I started. This hopper loaded and this hopper sucked everything down, and this hopper filled up, and then that hopper filled up, and this oven started cooking. And then I started building this oven, and I wasn't done. I had it was a few blocks short, so I had to go and get some more materials. I come back, and the barrel's empty. I had 10 or more stacks of coal siphon out of the barrel, siphon into this hopper, siphon into this hopper, and feed into a block that didn't go anywhere because it didn't return the signal. So lesson learned, a little painful lesson learned, but now I'm trying to run the fuel supply here for my biofuel engines with no fuel. So yeah, we ran into a bit of a problem. Mouse was playing with the Force yesterday. I'm not talking Star Wars, I'm talking the Force here for Minecraft Force. And she figured out how we made her some Force ovens or Force engines, and they got running and they did their thing. I've disconnected my biofuel engine right now down here because I'm running quarry off of the biofuel coming from this thing upstairs. So I'll show you that in a second. So she took all the Force crystals I had. I made another squeezer here because we realized how efficient those were. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to set up a Force fuel tank. Now you can see behind me here, or behind the rig here, I have made a tank. This is a Railcraft tank. I'm not sure exactly how much it holds, but it go on, load up my interface. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, 2,400,000 barrels of fuel. So I figure I got lots of Force crystals when I'm mining. I'll pump those in there, start juicing them right away, and start squeezing up some Force power, and then I can plumb that upstairs here as well. I'm going to eventually go find me a couple of cows and bring them down here, and I'm going to set up another tank with a motor on it for milk, because if you pump Force and milk into a Force motor, you get some really awesome output. She actually is running a quarry right now using Force and 2 Force motors and milk, Force fuel and milk, and she is actually producing more than enough to run the quarry at a good speed. Now, come on, jump, there we go, up the ladder. Now, behind me here, I am digging out a 50 by 50 hole. Right now I'm running biofuel engines. As you can tell, looks like 3 of them are running right now, so we don't have a lot happening. But I just started this hole yesterday. This was the quarry I had made. I made a little bunker because I kept getting creepers try and blow me up. This thing's working. Of course, it's not working that fast, but 2 Force engines will power it at a slow speed, so it's trucking along doing its thing. This is a 50 by 50 hole, so I want to see how long it took. It took 4 days with a turtle and a lot of babysitting. Now this is it's going to be skewed a little bit because obviously I don't have enough fuel to keep all these engines running at full capacity, but We'll fix that once I get a few force crystals come through here. Right now it's still, I started it last night just before we signed off, and I'm just scraping the top layer of dirt off. You can see it's going down the cobble pipe here. So the dirt's going. Now I did set a filter up downstairs for the coal. So the coal will feed back into the coke ovens right away, so I don't have to sit there and sort it and wait for it and that kind of stuff. What can I say? I'm lazy. I like to do things easy. What I'm going to do is I want to try an experiment as well today. So I'm going to take that little turtle that's sitting there just minding his own business, and I'm going to play with some stuff with him, and I'm going to get that going. So also figured something else out with these barrels. You can load material in the top. However, it doesn't pick up every item. Like, it will not pick up every dirt that goes over it. It just picks up every like 4th or 5th dirt. So I'm using the barrels, a string of barrels, to kind of get some of the dirt and cobble out. I had like 20 barrels upstairs when I was done the 50 by 50 hole yesterday from the turtles. So yeah, that's not great. And then I just put a bunch of chests hooked to hoppers with the cobble pipe behind it. I made some iron chests because I could. Unfortunately, none of these iron chests or these mine FTB chests actually stack. Like vanilla chests, you can double them up, but these guys you can't. As far as I know, one chest is what you get. So we'll use that as much as we can and see how it goes. So I'm going to do a little experiment with the turtle here, and we'll get back to that in a second. So I'm just going to get set up and talk to you in a bit. Okay kids, we're back. Just doing the first part of the experiment with the turtle here. I've put a miner's backpack and a digger's backpack in his inventory, both on receiving, both empty. I throw some turtle fuel into his motor here, so I'm just going to get them loaded up and ready to roll. So let's see, REFUEL. Oops, too many L's. Fuel, all. Bang. Alright, he's juiced up. So TUNNEL. And I need him to fill up an inventory, so I'm going to say tunnel. Let's get him to go 50 for now. Whoops, that's not 50, that's 15. Tunnel 50. Now he's just going to dig a hole for me here. I have no real purpose as to what's in front of him, but I want him just to dig a hole. And this is just in a random direction north, so actually this... No, east of me is the quarry. Oh yes, right. I have an underground water source here I haven't dealt with yet. So it's going to flood my lab a little bit. So we'll let turtle get digging, and then we'll test the results of this experiment. There we go. Alright, well, he just finished his tunnel, and it appears that neither backpack actually picked anything up. I was kind of hoping that what would happen is, as he mined, the inventory would go into the backpack. So we're going to just fill one of these backpacks, and I'm going to have him go back, and I want to see if he will place cobble down, and if it will supply him from the backpack. So we're going to try that out, and we're going to see how it works. And there we have it. We put the backpack on resupply and loaded him up. I told him to use dirt. I filled the backpack with dirt. He just used whatever he mined and whatever fell into his selected slot, and did not resupply. So the backpacks do not work with the turtles at all, which really kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping I could put a backpack on a turtle or an automated machine and add just that much more to its inventory. For the cost of 1, I gained 15. So it was a gamble. It didn't pay out. So maybe it's something that can come up in a future modification, that these will actually work with other machines. But for now, no big loss. There you go, kids. That's it for learning the beast for today. I'll talk to you guys all another day.